Most people don't buy a house in Concord with the idea of selling it one day. However, as your realtor, we know you're going to sell it one day. We want you to call us back, and then we're going to ask you lots of uncomfortable questions. The uncomfortable questions might start on the financial side, but they're also going to be on the house side. I'm sitting here right now trying to put a house on the market, and I've got so many questions. And my seller has so few answers because it just didn't occur to them to keep a running tally. Here's what I need you to think about. The age of the roof. When I ask you, how old's the roof? When you say, I think it's from back when Mary Jo got pregnant with Bobby. That doesn't help me because I don't know when anybody was pregnant with anybody. I need to know the year. I'd love to know the contractor and extra credit if I have a copy of the invoice. So now that you're living in this house and you're just sitting on a real estate channel for no reason, go ahead, find the invoice, save it in a file. The second thing I'm going to ask you, what's the age of the heating and air system? And you can't tell me, well, I think we had an ice storm 4 years ago and that's when we got it serviced. That doesn't help me. What I'd like to know is who installed it. Do you have a copy of the invoice so I know the age on it? Ideally, you have a service contract and you have it looked at once or twice a year. Have a copy of that saved in the same file as that roof information, and then you can tell me. That way I can also tell the buyers. Now, let's say, for example, you upgraded your kitchen. Oh, it's amazing. You have a new dishwasher. What year was that? Well, you're going to say it's a new dishwasher. And I say, yes, friend, but new to you might be 10 years old. New to the real estate commission and to a buyer is nobody has put a dirty dish in it yet. So what I want you to have for me is a copy of the invoice and a copy of the date so that we can put the accurate information in our multiple listing service. What you have to know is that as your agent, I'm responsible for the information that I put into the system, and all of my colleagues who are looking at this amazing marketplace to find a house for their buyer, they rely on my information to convey it to their buyers. If you give me bad information, we call that garbage. And if I put that in the system, that's garbage in, which means that another agent on the other side who sees that says that's garbage out. So GIGO is not a real good method for real estate. I just want you to be prepared. So whether you've been in your house 5 minutes or 55 years, go ahead and start looking through your checkbook or your credit card statements, find all those invoices and save them in a file. Paper file is great and online file is good as well. As your realtor, I want to make sure you're protected when you go to sell that house, and that means you'll have the systems updated and the ages noted, the contractors listed, so if there's a problem, we know who to call. We would also then be able to tell the buyer where they could start their relationships. If you liked your heating and air company, the buyer may want to inherit that information as well. So please get all that information together, and then when you call me and say, hey, Leigh Brown, come sell my house, and I start asking you questions, they won't even be uncomfortable because you'll have a whole list ready to roll, and then when we show it to a buyer, they will then have the comfort of knowing they're buying a house where somebody has taken care of it, which lets them feel good in their investment.